Hey there, pirates! Welcome aboard the Anime No Me channel. The Elbaf saga promises to be the craziest arc we've seen since Marineford, and I truly believe, without a doubt, that this will be the moment when every single Straw Hat will have to show not only everything they've learned so far, but also push past their own limits. If Wano was the arc where Zoro and Luffy leveled up with their swords and haki, Elbaf could be the arc of a collective awakening, each one in their own way. And when I say awakening, I'm not just talking about devil fruits, since not everyone has one. I mean unlocking inner powers, developing new techniques, and maybe even tapping into something tied to Elbaf's giant dreams, demons, nightmares, or some forgotten magic at the heart of all this chaos. I hope for your support to help our crew win, and to do so, you just need to click the thumbs up button, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. By doing this, you will win an incredible devil fruit, so just comment which fruit you want. Starting with Luffy, of course, that one's obvious. We know Gear 5 is already insane, but ever since Scopper Gaban mentioned that white form and said Luffy still had more to learn, it became clear that Gear 5 is just the beginning. Maybe Gear 6 will be something much broader, like manipulating the environment in an even freer way. His current awakening already changes reality around him, but Elbaf might unleash the true spirit of the sun god, letting Luffy affect nightmares, communicate with people's subconscious, or even help his crew awaken their own powers, like literally radiating freedom. I think he'll learn to move between the dream world and reality, just like Imu does, but with joy, not some demonic contract. Now, Zoro, in Chapter 1152, it was finally confirmed that he's a Conqueror's haki user, and that changes everything. A lot of people already suspected it, but now it's official. And in Elbaf, a land of proud warriors where haki is practically a religion, Zoro might be recognized by the blades of the past. Maybe the twin of Yoru shows up there, or a legendary sword of a warrior god that chooses Zoro as its new wielder. But what I really think is going to happen is that he finally masters Conqueror's haki to a level where he fuses it with Ashura. Imagine an Ashura form infused with King's haki, a true final form where Zoro projects 9 haki arms and cuts through space the same way Mihawk slices the ocean. It would be like a pure demon mode of Elbaf, but purified by Zoro's will. Sanji's another one who deserves a major moment. In Wano, he unlocked his Germa powers, but was afraid of losing his emotions. But now, with Luffy radiating freedom, maybe Sanji finally breaks free from his father's genetic programming once and for all, using his modified body with 100% of his own will, like becoming the first truly free Vinsmo. I think Sanji is going to awaken a blue soul flame, something completely different from regular Diable Jambe. Maybe he'll learn to control the heat generated by molecular friction to the point where he can ignite the air around him and literally fly like a rocket. Picture him using Skywalk to kick so hard he leaves trails in the sky, and those kicks are also infused with armament, haki. Maybe he even comes up with a new move called Blue Flambe or something like that, an attack that can burn even ghosts. Robin is another one I'm really betting on. She's already got that dark side, and her Demonio Floor in Wano was just the beginning. But I think she's going to awaken the ability to create massive versions of herself that can interact with dreams and the monsters of Elbaf. Since she can create limbs on any surface, maybe she'll be able to manifest ethereal versions of herself in the nightmare world. She'd be crucial in fighting the MMAS and mental monsters, using clones of herself with horns, fangs, or mythological forms. I think Robin's going to surprise everyone because she might be the key to understanding the link between devil fruits and the stories of ancient peoples. What if she activates some kind of ancient Oni mode based on Elbaf legends? Frankie's obviously going to want an upgrade, but not just any upgrade. Imagine if he finds ancient scrap from the colossal ships of the old gods. Frankie's a battle engineer, so he could turn General Frankie into a giant robot the size of oars, matching the demonic giants. A Frankie Titan with thrusters, solar lasers, and even a haki shield. Maybe he'll use some legendary mineral from Elbaf as an energy source. And dude, if he puts armament haki into the robot's punches, even Imu's going to have a hard time. Brook is another one who's bound to shine, especially since nightmares and monsters are tied to the soul, and Brook is literally pure soul. I think he'll become like a spiritual exorcist in this arc, directly facing Killingham's MMAS, using music as a weapon. Soul Solid might absorb the sound of nightmares and turn it into spiritual attacks. And maybe Brook even discovers something about his past in Elbaf. There's still that mystery about the woman and the girl shouting "Dad," which could be connected to him. What if he's been to Elbaf before? Or what if he's the only one who can free the souls trapped by demonic contracts? Usopp's going to transform too. We already know Elbaf is his dreamland, and after seeing his father serve Emu, he might experience the emotional shock needed to awaken for real. What if Usopp unlocks a new level of observation haki, maybe long-range future sight, that lets him predict movement seconds ahead, like Katakuri? And since he's a sniper, maybe he'll create mental projectiles based on the stories he tells. Like, he lies about using a cannon plant that freezes enemies, and then it actually freezes them? The power of lies becoming reality would be the peak of Usopp the storyteller. Chopper's going to evolve both physically and mentally. It's about time. Maybe he develops a new kind of rumble ball that activates an Oni form, something he creates to understand the monsters of Elbaf. But what I really want to see is him developing a cure for the demonic contracts. What if Chopper's the only one who can undo the Domi Reversi? That would make him a vital player, healing the demonic giants and proving that medicine is power too. Nami will probably evolve alongside Zeus, but maybe her Climattact absorbs energy from Elbaf's clouds or from the skies full of haki that appear when Emu attacks. What if she awakens a mode where the weather literally obeys her will, like a mini storm goddess? That would make her attacks insanely dangerous against monsters and even the holy knights, who might be weak to electricity or chaotic weather. And finally, Jinbe. Elbaf may be a dry land, but it's surrounded by the sea. I think Jinbe is going to develop a new technique that manipulates the internal water pressure inside an enemy's body, like a kind of reverse fishman karate that hits the muscles and causes paralysis. He'd be essential against giant enemies by controlling the water within them. It would be insane to see him become the bulwark of the fleet, protecting Luffy's army from the biggest monsters coming from behind. So overall, each Straw Hat is going to have a specific role in this saga. And unlike other arcs where only one or two characters get the spotlight, this time everyone needs to be on the same level because the threat is collective. It's on another scale, and it comes from both the physical and the spiritual realms. Elbaf will be the stage for not just Luffy's awakening, but the entire cruise. And that's what excites me the most. If the last arc was about the legacy of the past, this one is about how the present can shape the future. And no one shapes the future better than the Straw Hat crew. If Elbaf is the final stage of the crew's evolution, it's because there's no turning back. The world has already passed the point of no return. Each of the Straw Hats, with their new powers, abilities, and maybe even transformations, will become a vital piece in the puzzle of taking down the world government, Emu, and everything this rotten system is still hiding. And the coolest part is that it's not just about physical strength. It's about willpower, about breaking the mental, genetic, and spiritual chains that were placed on each of them throughout their lives. The lack of emotion, the shame, the fear of being useless, the pain of a sad past, all of that is going to be thrown back at them. But instead of running from it, they'll use those very things as fuel. I believe Elbaf will be the arc where the crew is emotionally closer than ever, not just because they've matured, but because now they'll have to protect not only the world, but also each other from forces they can't even fully see yet. If Luffy truly becomes the symbol of freedom, then each one of his crewmates will be an extension of that. Zoro as the sword of that freedom, Nami as the storm that clears the path, Sanji as the flame that never goes out, Usopp as the storyteller no one believes but everyone needs, Chopper as the heart that heals, Robin as the living memory, Frankie as the builder of what's to come, Brook as the bridge between the present and those who've passed, and Jinbe as the pillar of wisdom that holds it all together. And when they step into the final battle with these new powers, it'll become clear that what sets them apart from the God Knights, the Yonko, Emu, and all the monsters isn't just strength, it's their bond, their loyalty, the love between them. Something Emu will never understand because he rules through manipulation. The Straw Hats will show that the most unbelievable kind of power is the one that's born when no one wants to be the hero alone and when everyone believes in each other's dream. That's why I believe Elbaf isn't just another arc, it's the beginning of the end. And that end is going to be decided by the Straw Hats giving it everything they've got. And when that moment finally comes, we'll look back and realize that every second of this journey was worth it. That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.